Huh. Huh. Isn't it interesting how he jumps down another hole, but this time the hole is not nearly as deep? I don't know, maybe I'm looking a little bit too much into that, but it's like confronting your grief makes the hole less deep. I don't know, maybe I highly doubt there's something there that says that, but looking a little bit too deep into it, I guess. But, hey. And I will say, when it comes to grief itself, it is one of those things. I think it's like, if you confront, like, your grief, confront the different layers of the grief that you go through, it makes it easier to deal with as time goes on. I can definitely say meditation, and in some cases medication can help. But like, man, what's this? Wash yourselves, make yourselves clean, remove the evil of your deeds from my sight. My sight. Must be like a religious text or something. But from my experience, overcoming grief, it does take time, and it does get easier the more that you learn about where your feelings truly are coming from. Like in my case, my mom passed away years ago. Almost 11 years ago now. And there are a lot of things that I've had to come to terms with. I'm not going to go into anything deep about that. But there's a lot of things regarding my relationship with her that I've come to terms with over the years. Because of her disease, you know, maybe I will go a little bit deeper here. But because of the disease that she had multiple sclerosis for 21 years of her life, roughly 21. Technically, I think, 22, because she actually was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis a year before I was born. So I was kind of lucky. But me and her had a strained relationship when I was growing up. Well, I would say more so in my teens, excuse me. What's this? Well, I wonder if that tape has Pearl Jam on it. Oh. Looks like I can't listen to that. But yeah. Throughout my teens, me and my mom had a strained relationship. And part of that was because the way that her thought process was, it deteriorated over time. And she would become more volatile with me and my dad. They had a strained relationship too. And I would definitely say that her disease ate away at all of our relationships at once. We had to live close quarters at one point. We were living in a homeless shelter for a few years, 2 separate times. And being close quarters with the way that things were, it added a lot of strain on our relationship. And, okay, now I'm kind of just like derping around here, forgetting where everything's at. But a few months before she passed away, we kind of had a bit of a heart-to-heart with each other. And this was like before her first heart attack, but like after that point, we started to mend our relationship. And then come around Christmas time, literally the day before Christmas Eve, she passed away. It was when me and my dad were doing some Christmas shopping. Last minute Christmas shopping. $11 years up to now, it has been a profound journey, I would say, of not just understanding myself, but just like understanding who she was as a person and like, yeah. She was a kind-hearted person at the center, but she was also going through the grieving process of just dealing with her disease as she was deteriorating over time, mentally, physically. It wasn't the same kind of thing that Mary had. Like, it wasn't like, she didn't have a disease where it was disfiguring her face, but it was like, it's multiple sclerosis. It's a neurological disorder. I can definitely say I wouldn't wish anything like multiple sclerosis, ASL, on my worst enemies. It's a disease I can't even imagine experiencing it first person. Man. That sounded like it was James. Maybe he made some kind of a recording. Kind of coinciding with what I'm talking about here. But I came across the original Silent Hill 2 basically around the time when we were living close quarters. And in some ways, the story sort of helped me rationalize what I was dealing with. Like, the grief of what was happening to my mom. And after she passed, it also kind of... yeah. Like, I don't know how to fully articulate it here, but this game, the original game, I hold very close to my heart. And I will say, from everything I've seen of this remake, for the most part, I think it's incredibly faithful to the original. Also pays good homage to it as well. Some things I definitely have my criticism over, but I've said it before and I'll say it again. I didn't expect this remake to be shot by shot or anything. Artistic liberties and all that good stuff. Alright.